Okay, when I originally made this post about this new, better, stronger goal tracking system, I didn't provide a video, and I want to make sure I did that. So that's what this is. Talking through, like, let's say you've made this template, you're going to getting ready for a new school year, and you're thinking the three questions that I think are really helpful for any teacher to consider, especially if you're middle, later career in your work. For me, I feel like the curiosity that we bring into our own work as teachers can be its own motivating factor. I love this template because it pushes me to double down on that curiosity by asking, what's something new I'm going to do? What's something I need to get better at, which is worthwhile, but also what's a strength that I want to double down on? What's something I want to get stronger at that I already feel good about, but I don't want to let, sit on the sidelines because sometimes in past years, I've taken my strengths for granted and we've gotten a little stale, if in some ways dissipated. So this template basically asks you to do that, is to think about what is your new, what is your better, what is your stronger, why did you choose that, how are you going to do that, like how are you going to roll that out. uh, I'm just going to walk through a sample from my most recent year, which is not the sample that's provided on the resource itself. So basically, this past school year, my new was around literary theory. I'd read the work by Deborah Appelman and Trevor Alio, and just wanted to like bring literary theory into the classroom. It was brand new, and I wanted to try that out. And so I laid out kind of what it was, how I was going to add it in, what was my plan. My improvement was around student interpretations, especially through writing. And I was going to kind of adjust our TQE process to add in a writing aspect of it. So that was something I wanted to get better at, where students were using writing to deepen and strengthen their interpretations of what they're reading more frequently. And then I wanted to get better at high level whole class discussions. I'd read a lot from Matthew Kay and Joe Ferraro and discussing with them. I basically kind of laid out my different things to start the year. And then all this document asks you to do is like, okay, at 6 weeks, how do you feel like you're doing? Like, what about this, this, and this? And it might be like you haven't hit one as much. So maybe it's like this one I've done well with, this one I kind of fallen back on. You might even change up middle of the year. We've got halfway, then an end of year reflection. And I just think like going through that sequence, because you get to the end of the year, it becomes a really good. This is my previous year's one. Uh, you can kind of take ownership of like, actually this new thing did not work, or this thing I need to get better at. I feel really proud of that, improvement. And just for me, it's a really nice threefold tool because if you go 2 for 3, that's an awesome year. If you go 1 for 3, that's better than nothing, right? Like, so instead of just saying this is my one goal, it gives you three different ways to look into a new school year, and anything you get to win. And being reflective is a win too, just like other resources. Like I feel like in my world, I do this work first. And then I get to like my, mandatory reflections I have to fill out. And it's like, oh, copy and paste. Like I've already done the reflection. Like this, it fits a lot of things you might be asked to do already as a teacher. But more importantly, in my mind, these three lenses are really powerful to take into any school year and to keep hold of and not let go of, so that you're consistently revisiting. You can even like set like an alarm or like schedule a check-in 6 weeks, halfway through the year, where you set it like a event on your calendar and it sends you a reminder like, hey, remember those three commitments? How are you doing? Because again, I can only speak for myself. That's do a lot of that with this here microphone on this platform, but I enjoy this work. I feel more purposeful in this work, and it's more sustainable for me when I'm being curious about my own practices pedagogically and how I can get better. This is a tool that helps me do that. Hopefully, it's a helpful tool for you. And I'd love to hear what your goals are, because I love hearing and being inspired by other teachers too. So hopefully, this was helpful. Good luck with the resource.